Hello and welcome to my beginner's guide for King's Raid. The reason why I decided to start this guide was because I hit a very important checkpoint in my progression. I have my first tier 5 weapon. This took me almost 200 days to get. And one important thing is that I'm a free-to-play player. I don't spend money on this game. Most of the free-to-play games I spent a fortune on. Like one of the games I spent $1,500 Canadian just for the game, and I've spent on over 10 different games. But this game, it's really good, but they are kind of overpriced in my opinion, which is in a way good because this means that if you go into the arena and you're fighting people who are overpowered, more likely than not, they are the people who are really supporting this game and keeping it afloat, right? But they're not that much overpowered because unless they actually sell their house, they're not going to get a huge boost, in my opinion. Because if you follow this guide, you will also be able to max out your weapon. So another important thing that I need to mention is I do not grind unique weapons for shards. One of the faster way to get your unique weapon upgraded is that you destroy all of the unique weapons for other characters and just put them all on one character. As you can see here, these are unique weapons too, but I did not destroy them because I like to save them for my characters. So if you follow this guide, hopefully you don't have to break your precious. Anyways, my advice will only include basic tips on party composition and optimization, because this video will be already long enough. If you want more advanced tips, I recommend searching YouTube for other creators who are more experienced in this topic. So, step 1 for this guide is to decide your level of commitment to the game. One of the biggest decisions you ever make in your life is how many accounts you're going to make for King's Raid. It really depends on, like I said, how much motivation you have, how much time you expect to spend, and what devices you have on your for Android and iOS. Having more accounts will allow you to progress faster, but you should not play to the point where this game feels like work. Find that sweet spot where you can balance between relaxing, exploring the game, challenging yourself, and progressing quickly. Once you figured out how many accounts to play, you want to create Facebook accounts, because like any digital artist will tell you, save your work. And every gamer will tell you, save the game. If you play King's Raid, you want the ability to keep your progress online. So Facebook accounts are a great way to do that. You don't know if your device will break or if you'll be replaced. So create throwaway Facebook accounts. Just you don't need a name, just an account. Alright, so once you create your account, the fastest way to progress in King's Raid is to do these quests on the left side. So if you see this arrow here on the left, you expand it. It says quest over here. So right now I have a quest, but I can also open up my quest list. So these are all the quests I did. They start from map 1, and they are designed to teach you how to play the game, from beginner to expert. So even I haven't finished all the quests, but these rewards are really good. So as you progress through the game, your #1 priority is to complete the next quest, complete the next quest, and complete the next quest. Keep doing that until map number 6. Your secondary priority would be to push through each chapter as fast as you are clearing the quest. So you don't want to go ahead of the quests, right? So if the quest do something in chapter 3, you don't want to be doing everything in chapter 4 because you won't be progressing the quest. But as you progress the quest, you will also want to clear out the entire map. So the best way to get stronger is to, you see these stars over here, 1, 2, 3. That means I've cleared this stage on a certain difficulty. You should clear out the entire map 1 star. Doesn't have to be 3 stars, 1 star, as long as you keep pushing forward. Once you've cleared the entire stage, then go back over to those stages you did not get 3 stars on, and try to get 3 stars on those. And then once you've done that, then you can move on to the next difficulty. So start on easy mode, 1 star on every map, if possible. Then 3 stars on all the map for easy mode. Then do the same for normal, do the same for hard, and then move on to the next map. Do not do hell mode because this is for later. Alright, so what happens if you can't beat a stage? So if you can't beat a stage, if you are before map number 5, usually all that means is that you just need to update your heroes. So go to your hero screen, click on the 4 heroes you're using, and go to the gear, auto equip. So this will let you equip the latest and best gears that you've collected on your missions. And then you go to skills, you upgrade your skills, and upgrade any of the books. And then, if you want, you can upgrade your gear. But this is not usually needed in the first few maps. Usually when you get to map number 5, then you seriously want to upgrade your gear as high as possible. But if just a little here and there is good enough for the first few maps. And I won't recommend you to awaken your gear until the later stages, maybe after stage chapter 3 up, because you'll quickly be getting new gear and it'll quickly replace the old, so don't worry too much about that. Another thing that's important is that you should focus on your DPS. So if you have the opportunity to make your heroes stronger, you want to make the person who's doing damage stronger first, and then upgrade your tank, and then finally the healer. This is very important. So this is why when you upgrade your weapons, try to focus all of the upgrades on the DPS, because that's what helps you clear the fastest. So what happens if you've done all this and you still can't beat the stage? So that means that you probably need to grind a bit. If you are on stage 5 or 6, you'll probably run into this a few times. So what I recommend is, let's just say you're stuck. You'll see some monsters with an XP on them, and another with item. I would recommend to do the strongest one you can consistently. Just go up to them, stock up your bit of stamina with the missions, and just set it, let's just say, on repeat. So leave it running for maybe a day, and then equip the equipment that you find and do the upgrades the same as what we went through, and you should be stronger enough to clear the stage. If you're still not strong enough, then you probably need to double check your team. But I can assure you that I have cleared stage 7 using the default team, which is Cassel, Frey, Cleo, and where's Roy? So I've cleared this from 1 to 7 straight with just the default team, so it can be done. Alright, so the number 4 is you have to decide which heroes you want to use. This is especially important if you're playing multiple accounts, because it would be advantageous to optimize the hero selection to maximize combat power and clear potential. This is because if you join a raid, you cannot add 2 of the same heroes. So if you go Dragon Raid, Create Raid, so So let's just say I join a raid and then another guy joins a raid. I add, say, Frey. Now, the other person cannot add Frey because Frey is already there. So if you are playing with yourself, if both accounts have the same heroes, then partying with yourself kind of seems pointless because you only have the 5 starter heroes. So you want at least 3 other heroes spread out between the 2 accounts so they can have a total of 8 heroes on 2 accounts. Or if you use 3 accounts, you want 4 different heroes. But one thing I would recommend not to do is, personally, I would never buy heroes with gems. Personally, I would use gems to for this, but I save all my gems for events. So one of the important things about this game is that there are always events. Take a look over here. So these are the current events for the game. You will want to save your resources for events. For example, let's just say you are collecting dust, alright? Let's just say have dust. Where's the dust? Oh, there must be another. Okay, so I have some magic powder over here. I kind of store this up until I get a discount for magic powder use. So I don't want to use this when there's no event. I want to double my potential by using event when it's half off, right? So usually what I do is I would collect red gems and just let them collect. And then once we have a summon item event, I would go and I'll use all my summons on this. Oh, another important thing is that you can select what class you want to summon for. So when you are stacking a unique weapon, you want to choose your class. So if you are leveling up an assassin, you want to get assassin stuff, just do this every day. So for me, I used to do archer because I was farming for Celine here. And this is what I did. Every day I went archer and I got a free summon. And same here, whenever I had events, I would summon for archer. Okay, I'm getting a bit off track, so... Right, so how do you pick heroes? I won't tell you in this guide because there's so many other videos on what to pick. In my personal opinion, I don't think the heroes make a huge difference. And I know that's a really bold statement, because heroes do make a really huge difference, you know? But I had 3 accounts, and all 3 of my accounts had 4 different heroes. So one of my teams was really specialized for clearing levels, like it was recommended by other YouTubers. The others, not so much. Guess what? They all ended up about the same progression after like 3 or 4 months. Sure, maybe one team would perform a little better than another, but they were pretty much consistent if you put the same amount of effort into it. Now this is also because King's Raid, they also try to balance the hero sometimes. When one hero is too weak, they make it stronger. When one hero is too strong, they make it weaker. So if you pick one hero this month, who knows what's gonna happen in a few months, you know? My recommendation is just pick 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 1 healer. But you can substitute the DPS for utility, so people who stun a lot or have attack up. So if you have buffs that is utility, you can also substitute the tank for a DPS, which is what I did sometimes. For example, so these are tanks, but you can also have a tank that's half DPS, so you can have an offensive tank. Like this guy is an offensive tank. He can do a little bit of damage, a little more than the tank, and he buffs up the party, but he does very well as a tank in some scenarios. He uses the tank in one of the accounts. Okay, so when you have your 2, 3, 5-star hero tickets, select the heroes that you got random weapons. So throughout the game, you'll receive random unique weapon tickets. So you don't know what, you can't control what comes out of these tickets. So whatever weapon comes out, you should prioritize getting that hero. Either through the heroes in or through your hero tickets. So that's one of the unpredictable things about King's Raid. Upgrading and random tickets are unpredictable, so you should kind of change your strategy depending on what you get. Oh yes, the dailies. So I have a routine for dailies. I always follow the same routine because it helps me remember what to do next. So the first thing when I do when I log on is I go to Secret Shop, Equipment, I summon my free summon for the day. So I would go to class and summon a free summon. Then I would go to Friends. I would click exchange amity points twice. You can do it twice when you first log on. Then I go to Portals. I go to Heroes Inn. I visited it, and I will do these three. I'll play the minigame, and then I use the shop and I buy one of these. So this is one of the missions is you need to buy something right here. Where is it? Buy items one from shop. Supplies are important. So a lot of people, what they do is they go buy over here, right? This is a shop, but you don't have to do that. You can save your money. You can buy one item here, this guy, or you can buy item here. That also counts. So that's what I do. So yes, you can see you have a lot of money. I used to have more, but you know, money goes away sometimes. And I do counterclockwise motion. So I start from the heroes in, I go up like that, right? So then do the stockade.
Why are you keep coming back? Such a weirdo.
And then I do the arena. So I do one of each. So I do one of victory and one of honor. And after that, I will go to do Tower of Challenge. Then I do, sorry, Upper Dungeon. I haven't done this yet. And then, if the world boss is unlocked, I'll do this. Otherwise, I will pop a consumable. So I pop one of these, Gold Booster. And then I will pop this, Road to Wealth, just one. And then I will do Ancient Royal Vault to get some gold. After I do 5, then I will pop an experience booster and also this experience booster. Then I would go to Conquest. So I would do all of the conquests in order to level up one of my weaker characters. So I would find out who is the, for example, right now I'm leveling Sonya up. She's only level 84. After she's level 90, I will level up these guys. But I do it using Conquest to give very good experience. And for after I do the Conquest, I don't use my experience potions. If you're just starting out, I recommend you to put all the experience potions onto your DPS. But for me, I've been selling them for months, so I don't really need them much. This is because I don't really care about leveling up my guys too much, because I will always get new guys, and if I level them all up, then I won't be able to cash in on the experience from Conquest. So I find it's pretty balanced. I just level up using Conquest, and then I I don't really need to level up these guys. I'm not using them anyways. Anyway, so see, I have so many level 90s. Okay, so after I'm done that, then I would probably do Guild Conquest if it's available, or Guild Raid, and then I would recommend doing dragons with the remaining of the stamina. So burn your stamina here, like this. Get free stamina here. Then do dragons until you're out. If you are before the 5th level, if you are somewhere here, then I would recommend just pushing through the story. Just push through the story, right? But once you reach 5, if you're stuck, do some dragons. Okay, so I would recommend Fire Dragon. I find the crit really good. Most people love Black Dragon. It's really good, but they nerfed it many months ago, so it's still good. But I like Fire Dragon, and it's a little easier too, in my opinion. So if you have one account, you find a raid. But I recommend creating 2 accounts so that you turn off Gather Raid, so you can invite yourself, and then you invite yourself. Okay. Except I'm not online. That's pretty much it. So again, I forgot to mention the ways you can get unique weapons. So how do you get 5-star unique weapons? So there's a bunch of ways you can do it. One way is through random tickets, if you get lucky. So sometimes you get random tickets from events, or you can get even better. You can get a summon ticket. Like let's see, do I have any? No, I used them all up. But so you can also craft them. So unique weapon ticket. So these are weapon shards. You can get these by grinding unique weapons. You can get them by grinding unique class weapons, which could be useful, but I like to keep my class weapons too. You can get these also from achievements. These are limited. See right here? Fight in League of Honor 230 times, but you can only get like these once at a time. You can get these through events, and sometimes you can get them through challenges. So challenge raid. Let's see what this guy is giving. Well, sometimes they have shards over here. And then another way to get weapons is through arena. So you should do victory arena once a day. This one. So right now we can get one. See? So if you it costs 30,000 for one item, but if you have this guy, he gives you 10% discount. So you give him presents and he'll join your team. Pretty useful. Yeah, like that. There's also another way, is by getting gems. So once you get a bunch of gems and you spend them in the shop, you will get reward miles. So see? That's so weird. Do they give reward miles anymore? Okay, let's see. Oh, here, 700 mileage. So whenever you spend gems, you will get mileage points. So you can spend your mileage points over here. So oh, finally, there's one more way. I've already went through this, but you can get unique weapons by summoning here. These two. I would recommend getting the free every day. Like choose your class, but don't touch this until the events. You know there's an event when there's like a / event right there. So, let's see if I can find one of the events. Something like this. See this over here? It says free, but it'll say events. Right, like that. Right. So I think that's it. I'm not very good at making guides, but if you found this helpful, or if you, especially if you have ideas on how to make guides better and a bit more concentrated, then please let me know. Thank you very much. Good luck.